Hello, everybody. Scott Golden with the World Class Championship Review Series, World Class Championship Wrestling for the 9th of May, 1987. This is one of the last, I think, stadium shows. I know there's one in October that I haven't gotten to yet. I don't know if they do any in 88. Haven't gotten that far. But, a big deal. I will say, because I'm not a fan of the scaffold match concept, I probably don't cover that as well as I normally would a regular match, but it's because I find scaffold matches insufferable. They build up to the one big thing, the bump, and that's it. Anyway, Black Bart and Jack Victory versus Matt Bourne and Scott Casey. Bart and Victory are with Percy Pringle. Pringle seems to have chosen some, interesting attire today. Tag match opens the show. I noticed that they do a lot of random matches during these stadium shows. I've always found that to be kind of different. Anyway, Bart and Casey are brawling. The sunlight makes the program a little difficult to watch, depending on what angle they're in. Casey goes to work on Bart, kind of hangs with him for a bit. Percy Pringle on the outside, not a happy fellow. And so he's trying to console Bart. There are fringes on the jacket of Percy Pringle, which I find interesting. Kick to the midsection by Victory. Victory comes in, and again, I like Victory's first run here in World Class better than the second. I can't articulate completely why. I just feel like when he was here several months ago, he was more organized in his the push and the benefit thereof. Victory does have good jabs, though they are utilized throughout this match. Crossbody for a near fall by Casey, and we kind of then go through what ends up being, bit of a brawl a little bit. Bart takes over for a little bit. Still hard to believe that he's one of the few men who hold the world championship here in this territory. Probably going to harp on that through the end of the audios. I know a lot of you have commented, and it's weird. Most of you don't comment. Most of you comment on my social media at PO Perception, or you'll comment privately. I don't quite understand why that is, but it does exist that way. Anyway, missed top rope drop, leg drop by Black Bart. Tag off to Matt Bourne. Bourne comes in. He's cleaning house. He's going nuts. Bourne with some drop kicks, and usually you don't see Bourne going terribly far, but we do see Casey and Bourne with the victory here. We move on to Cousin Jr. against the Grappler. Interesting match there. Of course, we've seen Cousin Luke. I don't know that Cousin Luke and Cousin Jr. aren't the same person. I do not know that answer. They look to be similar. Mainly, to be completely fair, I don't look that closely at the cowboy deals here. Anyway, Junior takes down the Grappler. Grappler has been a good bit here. Toss across the ring with hip tosses and the like. Junior certainly trying to get whatever advantage he can get. Grappler heads to the outside, gets brought in the hard way, the outside in, over the top roll spot, and then the Grappler breaks things down, knee lifts and punches, kicks, and the like. Willing to cheat where needed, but also out wrestling the country gentleman, and so Irish whip, ducks the head. I hate the duck the head spot with the backdrop. I understand where it comes from. I understand it's been lore in wrestling forever, but it's just not for me. Top rope splash by the Cousin Jr., and that's where we go. Bruiser Brody and Jeep Swanson up next. Obviously, this match is not going to be terribly long. They brawl throughout the arena. Punches, kicks, not a technical match at all. Brody goes into the table. Swanson, who really, outside of having his size and being pushed with Brody, I don't necessarily think he was a great catch for the area. However, I get that for the size and you're looking for larger than life people, it's a good deal. Brody sends him back to the outside of the ring. That goes the continuance is there. Brody brawls from underneath for a few minutes, and then a steel chair is brought into the ring. Brody does get busted open somewhere in the middle here, and Brody cracks Swanson right in the head with a chair. 1, 2, 3. You're not going to see that today. You will see it, in later, and it's still this era that's acceptable. A clipped version of the Eli the Eliminator and Spike Huber match is up next. We see Eliminator using a bear hug. We then see him head to the, I believe, top rope to gain an advantage. Post the bear hug. I don't know why they joined this in the middle. Actually, stun gun across the top rope is how Eli gets his advantage. He gets a victory there. Then they give the final 10 or 11 minutes to the scaffold match, 6-man scaffold match. Of course, the Rock and Roll RPMs are here, and Eric Emery. The Fantastics are here, and obviously, they're crawling around up there. It's basically a brawl, and Steve Simpson is the 6-man partner. It's dreadfully boring because all you see is guys laying on their belly trying not to fall off the scaffold. I admire the guys who are stubborn or dumb enough, depending on your perception, to do this type of match, but at the same time, you couldn't pay me to get up there, and at the same time, I'm not sure what the payoff is. I mean, if the payoff in these matches is the fall. I've never been a fan of person one of these either. I like the one-on-one payoff, the Bill Dundee George Barnes 1973 76, somewhere in there, middle 70s, is where this match I believe originated. As a matter of fact, the first one I've heard about. I could be wrong on its story of origin, but just not a fan. They brawl up there for several minutes. Both teams get a bit of the advantage. One of the RPMs goes falling to the canvas. Match ends at that level. I actually believe it's Eric Emery who falls. And then, of course, the Fantastics climb down, and we close the program. But anyhow, so that's your scaffold match. Like I said, hard to call, but anyway, that's where we are. Next up is the middle of the month of May 1987.